In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Between the Frames podcast.
And
Yes.
we are back into the breathe. I can't even speak that fast.
Yeah.
But we're back.
We are back. Well, basically, Liam went live before asking for some questions, right? Just to get some topics for us to talk about in this podcast.
And what is that topic?
The consensus was bananas.
Bananas.
Are you
kidding?
Okay, we're not.
Yeah.
No, we are.
No,
Okay,
we are.
we
Right,
are. How
we
can
are
we link
talking
it?
about-
Okay, whatever. Let's just fucking let it flow.
All right.
Bananas.
Bananas. So, all right, I'll start us off. So bananas, they're a fruit, obviously, but
Don't say it.
That's subjective.
Don't say the thing I'm going to say.
I don't know what
about
you're
them.
going to say.
No, you are going to say it.
Okay.
And if you say it, I'm going to go cry.
All
and
right.
leave.
Well, I hope you don't cry. But I reckon bananas are good. Controversial opinion when they have a couple of black spots on them,
Ooh, that's
like on the skin.
why is that?
Why is that good?
Because
Where are we going with this?
Okay, so you know when you get a banana, it's just yellow. Right?
Yes.
You get it from the
Yes.
shop and you eat it. You're like, it's all right. But once it's like starts to, it's been sitting there for a couple of days, it starts to go old, but not too old. Then it starts to get more flavor.
Yeah, you're not
flavor.
wrong.
That's a good banana.
I like a
doesn't-
banana that's like, it's just like when you bite into it, it's just fucking mint. Not like half mushy old like.
So you don't like the black spots on the banana. You like it a bit like a little bit green.
Look, I'm not racist or anything.
yeah.
I'm just saying like,
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Wait. So you like a little bit of green, a little bit of yellow. That's what you're saying.
not green.
I like a little bit of green.
Fuck them green dogs.
Yeah.
No.
I like a little bit of green.
No.
I like a little bit of green.
This is what we call bananas in Australia, by the way.
Banana.
Bananas.
What I was going to say about them is that they're a great source of energy and potassium.
Potassium.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that's what you were going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
I was actually going to say that as well. But anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I beat you to it.
I was going to bring in the fact that apparently the bananas that we have at the moment, scientifically they're called not scientific. I think that just the bananas that we usually eat, they're called the Cavendish banana, right? Cavendish.
Cavendish.
If you look through the fucking Woolies little grocery store and you
So
just
they were
look, it
called
says
yellow tree
Cavendish.
dicks.
Yellow tree cock.
I mean, we do have the red tip bananas.
red tit
No, isn't that
banana.
just
red
the-
tip.
Oh, tit.
Isn't that
Oh,
just
yeah.
the wax they
Yeah.
put on
They
it?
just put like wax in it for some.
They
fucking
dip it in wax
random-
and charge $20 more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why do
I
they do
just-
that? You
I
get
don't
it all
know.
the like the non-peasant markets. Like what are they called? The rich people
the rich
Yeah.
people grocery
grocery
stores.
stores.
I
They
think
put it in.
I honestly think it's just like marketing. I could
Yeah,
be
true.
brutally wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Who gives a fuck? But
Yeah.
what were you saying?
But-
Cathendale.
Cavendish.
Cavendish.
So apparently the bananas that we have today are the inferior species of banana because back in the day when like you'd actually go to a tropical area to eat the original banana, it was like 10
AOG.
times as much flavorful. Like you know how a banana has like a really light flavor, but
Our ones.
when you eat like candy or like lollies,
Yeah.
that banana flavor is like really strong.
Yeah.
But you're like, bro, banana never tastes like this. Banana, like actual banana tastes mushy, right?
Yeah.
So apparently that actual flavor, it's like a compound, like a chemical compound. And in the original banana, it was like 10 times stronger. So it actually tasted like the candy.
Really?
So you start tripping when you have a banana.
Yeah. Wait.
Possibly.
That's. I wonder
Possibly.
why that is. It because of the soil or something?
I'm not too sure, but apparently like the original banana just had a lot more flavor to it.
Where did you bloody learn about those?
I have
I
no
was just
idea.
about to
It
ask
just-
that. I'm
it-
like, how do you know that?
Aren't you supposed to be making YouTube videos and shit?
No, it's
Are you meant to be applying for jobs? Not learning about fucking Cathendale banana?
I feel like you know what? I feel like I learned on TikTok, but I really don't know. It's just somehow in my brain.
Good.
Actually, I have a good topic. Like now that you say that, like,
Is it TikTok related?
What's that?
Is it TikTok related?
Okay, maybe.
No more
No. No, this is actually a good one because I'm actually genuinely interested about this. What do you guys think about using TikTok as a form of education?
For
But just learning stuff. Like you wouldn't know about the bloody Cavendale bananas if you didn't have TikTok.
That is true, but then you got to scroll far for that shit. Like you got to go.
It's a waste of your time. Go outside, go kick a fucking soccer ball. That's what I think.
Fair
That
enough.
is true. You're better off just going outside, touching grass. And
What about
start scrolling.
ChatGPT? Kicking a soccer ball with ChatGPT?
Well, I asked it to come hang out with us, and it just said like, since I am just an AI and I do not have a physical form, I can't.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a fucking, I just think it's a weak excuse. It's just fucking a bit of a cop out from ChatGPT, like not wanting to come hang out with the boys.
Did you leave a bad review?
Well, yeah, I tried, but then my computer started strangling me and I couldn't get out of its grip. So I just thought I tapped out.
Yeah, fair.
That's the
I hate it when that happens.
Yeah, me too.
Thing. You could what else are you supposed to do? Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is just weak form from ChatGPT. Like, I'm not a physical form. Like, fuck.
So what are you talking
I'm
about?
not a physical form most Mondays as well, man. I still hang out with the boys.
Most Mondays. So what does that look like for you, not being a physical form?
Do you rise into the astral plane?
Yeah, well, on occasion, like, you have a big night with the boys and,
what does that look
up,
like? Big night with the boys.
Big night with the boys, like just going out, just having a big night,
How many
like,
bananas are we talking?
How many nutties?
Maybe like at least 3.
Oh,
That's a lot of
bananas.
radiation. There's actually like radiation in bananas.
Yeah, it gets you
because
going.
of the potassium.
Yep. If you had I think it was like 200,000 bananas, that's like the equivalent of Chernobyl. I saw this on a video.
200,000. That's why I feel like shit. Because I've eaten 300,000 last weekend.
Boys, I got to tell you something. I accidentally ate 300,000 bananas on accident.
That's
slipped.
my next YouTube video.
Yeah. You wouldn't be worried about the radiation. You'd be worried about other things. If you had 300,000 bananas,
I don't
I
think
don't
that's
think your
human.
body can take it.
No.
you would actually turn into one. Like,
Where are we? Anyway.
yeah. Where are we?
All right, topic
When
change,
are we?
looping back.
Okay.
TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Short form content is great for education. Like in terms of, I've watched a 15-second video that explains a tutorial that there's probably like a 5-minute video for. Well, what was that noise?
Were you just clearing your throat?
Making random noises? No, I was moving my mouth around and just made like a click. I didn't think any of you guys
The one point where we actually have a serious part of the conversation, you just happen to go.
You know what? As well, like, I didn't think you guys would hear it, but then I realized I just projected that sound into a microphone.
I pretended not to hear it for a second because I didn't want to be
Lamont
rude to
hears
Liam,
it.
but then Lamont just like turns his head. He goes.
I thought it was like a noise from out there. That's why I didn't react.
God damn it, I hate getting roasted by the boys.
Okay, anyway, so short form content,
Yeah.
15-second education.
Yeah, like if you want to do like an editing tutorial, like literally, the boys have lost it, but I'll keep going.
Yeah, Lamont and Mike have left the chat.
Yeah. But like, when you need to like learn how to like, I don't know, use a fucking quick selection tool. There's like a 5-minute guy doing a 22-minute intro. There's a VPN sponsorship. It's like, bro, I don't care.
Don't
Whereas
waste my time.
Short form is good for that, like quick tutorials. But like, when do you ever just watch 1 or 2? You always get caught in a scroll, and that's where it's like the slippery slope. It's like,
Do you guys want to make a little challenge right now? Who can make the quickest, most informative tutorial?
Yeah.
We have a little bet, like just the boys.
Are
Like
we going to film it on our Instagram story or something?
No.
Instagram or like, you put it wherever. Like we all each have to make a tutorial and it has to be the quickest yet informative tutorial.
Okay, wait. So we're doing it right now.
No, as in like
well, how are you going to do it right now?
for
Like,
short form content.
Just
Like,
for short form?
Winner.
Like reels.
Winner gets, I don't know, has
A
to.
banana.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
nice.
all choose a topic. You might choose a filmmaking one, maybe Photoshop, Lightroom.
And we get
Lightroom.
the nice people listening to this podcast or watching to vote who has the quickest and most informative tutorial.
It's like a reel, so it'll be like 5 seconds. So, hey guys, this is a quick selection tool. Go here, boom, 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 done.
I
Thanks
didn't
for
think you
watching.
have time to say hey. I
No.
just think you just
You
got
just have to cut it straight to the chase, like bananas.
But like it can't just be gibberish. Like it has to be something that's actually
Gotta be like
useful.
Like genuine information, right?
Loser has to do something, winner gets something. What do you
Yeah.
reckon? Like a little mini battle.
Well, we can do like a photo battle, but a TikTok battle.
What the fuck?
What has happened to the world?
Look, I love your ideas, bro, but I don't know, man.
Okay, fair enough. No, I think it's a great. I personally think it's a great idea,
A
Liam.
TikTok battle.
Yeah, no, a tiki battle.
TikTok on the clock.
Everybody don't stop and no. Whoa. All right, anyway. No,
Go
so
on.
a Reels battle or a TikTok battle, I think could be fun, in my opinion.
Yes.
So are we gonna?
Okay. So, okay.
What does that look like?
The rules would be we start off in the same location. We spread off into different parts of that location, but instead of taking as many cool photos as possible, we get our reels out and then we like make a reel and then we compare at the end and then see whoever wins.
Is it like, do you win on a scale of cringe?
Yeah, how do you win?
You could we can't shit on short form content
Yes, we
because,
can. No,
I
we
mean,
can't.
you can if you want, but like there's
I'm
no
joking,
point.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm
no.
joking.
But how do you, like, honestly, how do you does the audience vote
Like
for who has the best reel? What if it's just genuinely funny and people are like that one was just so stupid, but it made me laugh. So I like that one.
Well, exactly. That's
Which
the thing.
is your
It's
favorite
like,
reel?
Okay, yeah.
but the thing is, when
That
it
could be
comes,
fun.
even for photo battles,
My
like,
name is Idiot.
it is all completely subjective at the end of the day. Like, even if you have like a dope photo, if you think it's a dope photo, some people might not think it's a great photo. You know
Well, what
I
if
mean?
we actually talk about this? Like, we make a photo battle and we talk about all of our opinions about it, and then we just set out to try and do it.
Yeah.
And because I don't really watch it, so my aim would probably just be to make the shittest one.
Okay.
Or should we just make it that you have to make the worst reel?
No, you have to make the best one, which is the worst one.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you
we
know what
had
I
a little
mean.
competition, remember a while
Yeah,
ago? Like, who could make a shitter, better reel?
But to be fair, I personally don't think that it's very like when I see some of the reels that are done where they're just like, fucking this, that, you know, mate. Yeah. Like,
gonna be
I'm
a
just
bitch
like,
to edit
okay,
out.
come on, put a little bit of effort into it. What do you think? Debate, go.
Debate.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't hear what you said.
Because Liam was just like shoving his bloody microphone in his mouth.
Sorry. Only thing I'm thinking is, isn't it meant to be a photo battle?
No, this is for the real battle. Are we talking about the real battle?
Oh, I thought you said-
I'm understanding. I
Okay,
think.
that's a
I
good
am
idea
listening
then.
more,
But
yeah.
where would
Let's
where
not
would we
laugh at me. Let's laugh at Liam
Okay,
now.
ready?
Nah, you got it wrong. Okay, but where would you post this? I love how this podcast is just discussion.
Dude, when have we ever done a normal podcast? Why do we keep trying to box ourselves in? Let's just do this
yeah.
every week. Who gives
Yeah,
a
it's
fuck?
great. No, I love it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. I'm just saying, I feel bad for anyone that's trying to listen
Yes.
and get some sort of information out
But at
of
the
this.
same
'cause you're
time,
not.
some people might love this shit. Like, I love this shit. So, there
What
must
do
be
you
other
think,
people.
Lamont, about the Reels battle?
About the reels battle.
Yeah.
Fucking, if you want to do it, then do it. Like, if you want to create some cringe TikToks and reels, then go ahead and do it. And try to
Do you want to
compare
be a
them
part
each-
of it?
Me?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Me?
What, me?
Oh, yes.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, we both say it at the same time.
Oh, that was a good. Okay, you want to explain that story?
Okay.
I mean, I guess. That's amazing.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a great meme between us.
Okay, so on one of the photo battles, it was the Los Angeles photo battle. I was actually on Limon's team versus Mike and Liam. And me and Limon, we went to Hollywood Boulevard. And I was just filming with my camera. I wanted to take some photos at this location. And there was this like security guard that came up to me and he's just like, hey, you can't be taking photos on that. You can't be videoing on that, mate. Obviously he didn't say mate because he's from America. But I'm like, oh, well, if I can't do that, can I just like take the photo on my phone? And he's like, I mean, I guess. And that's the joke.
Yeah,
So.
and I don't know. It's just,
subscribe.
it's
You
just
had to be
funny.
there.
It's
You had to
funny
be there.
because the reason it's funny is because it makes no sense. And like as a photographer and filmmaker, you go to all these dope locations and you get told off for filming on your professional gear, but your iPhone, which are nowadays pretty much just as good.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
like, no,
And
it's
it costs
fine.
the same as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, legit.
Legit.
just-
Legitness.
Like double, what's it called? Double standards sort of thing. It's
Yeah,
like it
it's
doesn't make
Absolutely double standards. It's just because the phone doesn't look as threatening as a camera.
sense. With a dead cat on.
Yeah, exactly. With an animal on
Okay,
it.
so
Like,
for
looks
those
like
who
it.
don't know, a dead cat is the thing that you put on top of a microphone to stop wind noise. It's not like a legitimately
dead
dead cat.
feline.
But they
Dead
have the
feline.
small ones for little, like smaller microphones.
kitten?
They call them dead kittens.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
I actually didn't know that. I was just fucking around. Okay,
Yeah,
there you
they
go.
kind of
genuinely call it that.
That's
more
kind
you
of
know.
That's what really gets the looks. Like the camera by itself doesn't get as many looks, but as soon as you put a microphone with a dead cat on it, it's like, oh wow, that looks professional.
Why is that?
yeah.
Because it looks professional.
But like, why out of everything the fluffy microphone is what makes
because
it
I
look
think
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you
a little
see,
long F.
Because people are like, oh, they're putting effort into the audio. It's like, oh, that looks intimidating.
Audio jungle.
You know what looks professional when you add like one of those small rig like camera cages on that. Just immediately, like you could have like a A7, just stock A7.
Yeah.
Chuck a camera rig on it, and it looks professional.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think looks more professional? That or rocking up with just a clipboard and a high vis, no camera?
Oh,
That's way more official, bro. Clipboard, you can literally get anywhere with just a high vis and a clipboard.
Clipboard, pen, and you're just doing, you're not even doing like 80-20 rule. You're doing like 99-1. Like you're just staring. You don't say anything. You just, people are like, what are you doing here? And you just look at them like.
and then you write something down.
Yeah, you go write something down. What's your name? What's your number? What's your officer number? It's like, I don't have one. It's like, mate, give me a fucking number right now. I'm going to write down on my clipboard.
Yeah, you don't have a number. You don't have a name.
What if that was like, just your fetish?
Your fetish writing down
That's
numbers.
It's technically a form
I
of
meant
role
to say
play.
hobby, but like I didn't know.
You didn't get the word out in time.
See your result to fetish.
Yeah, like something that you secretly love to do. But, like guilty pleasure, not fetish. So
Kind of the same
like
thing,
It's sort
right?
of the same.
guilty pleasure is like just
guilty fetish.
going to like, you're not getting paid. You just high vis clipboard walk.
It does
random
feel
places.
great. I'm not going to lie. Like me and Hayden went out and filmed a video the other day, like trying to go get a job at construction sites.
Yeah.
And we put some high vis on and a hard hat and you just feel invincible. Like straight up, like it wasn't really going to help us much more, but we did actually feel like we were a part of the crew there.
Yeah.
And it did help us like just blend right in. Like we'd walk up to the people working on the ground and it's like, hey mate, where's the side office? Yeah, just right through there. Like no questions
Really?
asked. Like we just look like we're just from around the corner or could just be on the jobs. Like it
We
just
walked
looked so
right in.
legit.
Actually,
Yeah.
People looking at you like other construction workers, like there's some dude like fixing a fence. He's like, how's it going? Like you just get respect almost. You just chuck on a hard hat and a high vis. It's just so funny. It's so innocent.
I know.
yeah, it's
It
like,
didn't work for Warrigal that much because people don't wear hard hats and shit. So
No, I think you need the flanny and the really tight chino shorts and
Yeah,
some worn down Tim's boots or something like that.
yeah, definitely.
and a pack of Darries.
Pacadaris and
Pacadaris, mate.
less some leg tats or something.
Yeah, legit.
Big knee tat like the spider web over
Yeah,
the knee.
the spider web. Oh my god.
Seen a
Speaking
few
of
of those.
webs, welcome
into
back
web.
to shitty segues. Speaking of webs, we're going to Bali. And,
Oh
That
my
was a
God.
good segue. Web. On the web, we're going to Bali.
On the web, you would have seen.
on the web, on the spider web,
Yeah.
you would have seen that we're going to Bali Photocamp, and it's starting to feel real because we started this like a year ago, started advertising it, and we're like, oh yeah, it's next year, but now it's like,
It's next year.
Now it's actually
It's the year that we were
yeah,
talking about.
it is next year. So yeah, it's coming up in a couple months. So yeah, how you feeling about it, Limon?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keen.
you specifically.
Yeah,
Just me.
yeah.
Specifically.
Let's go around. How you
Specifically.
feeling about it?
Yeah.
I'm excited. It'll be cool. Like, I mean, we've never done anything like this before where it's all of us on a trip plus like a whole bunch of other photographers as well. Like usually, you know, if we do go traveling, it's just us, right?
Yeah.
But like now like I feel like there's almost this pressure as well that we got to take care of these people and make sure that they have a good time. And like the next step for us, at least, like we've been talking about this for a while, is to like come up with activities to help get like the whole community together. So whether that be like splitting them up into groups and then like versing each other in certain challenges and
Yeah.
all that sort of stuff. So that's like, I'm really excited for that stuff as well, along with just the whole idea that we're just, all of us just going to Bali plus a whole bunch of just random photographers and
From all
we're
over the
gonna-
world. Yeah.
well,
It's
from all
crazy.
over the world as well, yeah. And just getting to know each other, like take photos, have fun, like do random activities as well. Like there's like hiking and like snorkeling. And like to be fair as well, I've never been to Bali as well.
Yeah,
so,
neither.
Same.
So with that in mind as well, I was like, fuck yeah, I get to check out Bali as well.
I feel like
So,
it'll
yeah.
also be interesting because every time we do a photo walk, it's like pretty exhausting. Like by the end of the night, we're just dead and we just want to like get some ramen and go home. But like if we're doing it, like if we're going to Bali and it's 8 full days of essentially full day photo walks, how do
Yeah.
we think that we're going to go in terms of our stamina?
I think because when we do those really big photo walks, there's obviously a lot of people that come down and you want to try and speak to as many people as you can, which is like a good thing and a bad thing because you don't really get to spend time like actually chatting with someone because by the time you start like getting into a good conversation with someone, like you just get caught up with someone else and you start having a conversation with them. So like that's why it feels exhausting, because it's just like from when they start to when they finish, you're just nonstop talking and chatting, and like it's so awesome. Like the time just flies like that. So I think the 8 days will honestly like fly, but also I think we'll have a chance to like actually have a better connection and speak to people like a bit more one-on-one, and like it gives us more time to relax and chill.
That's true.
You
Because
know
it's
what I mean?
over the entire 8 days rather than just crammed into like 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I honestly think it'll be pretty chill, like especially because there's 6 of us hosting it, and maybe like hopefully around 30 people that are going to be on the trip. Still have 8 spots left if you're listening.
As of right now.
As of
right
in the
now.
description.
Yeah. Cheeky plug. So yeah, I don't know. Like I feel pretty good about it. And like I think the activities we've got sorted as well is like going to be great, like for everyone to just bond and you know, have fun. Like we all have fun. Like we got like things like snorkeling, and we'll be getting off for sunrise and like doing like some hikes and stuff, and
We'll do an
going up to
underwater
sunset.
vlog.
Yeah, everyone's
Oh
underwater.
my God. Imagine, has that ever happened? Probably.
I don't know. I
Pretty
want to
sure
do
Tom
underwater
Cruise has done it.
photography. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise has done everything, let's be honest.
I see it like similar. Like there's 2 aspects to it. There's like the photography side of like just and like exploring side of literally we're in Bali. It's so cool. We get to like actually see the country and do fun activities. And then there's also the connecting with the people side, which is like we get time to connect with everyone on an individual level and actually help them with these questions that they might have about photography or just life in general. And we can like just make some new friends as well and help
Yeah.
each other out.
Yeah, and just have like an awesome trip in Bali and get to share that experience with everyone as well. Like I'm so excited. It's going to be like a camp, like going on a school camp, and you just fuck around and have fun, but we're all adults.
No, it actually is not going to make much sense, but we'll just
it's
go
good
with it.
because like it's weird as adults. Like I saw this on Instagram, but like as adult, like when you're a kid, you play, you have fun, and you just have fun for no reason.
Yeah.
As adults, like you get caught up in your own thoughts, and you think like you have to be productive, and like, oh, if I'm not being productive, then that's not good. Whereas just doing things for the sake of doing things is so important, like for
this
fun.
bloody podcast that we're doing right now.
exactly.
Like it's just like whatever.
Well, it brings us
Exactly.
together for like a good period where we actually get to chat and like, yeah, like ask questions to each other. Although like we're just doing that normally, we're just fucking around, but like at least it goes on the internet and we get to make buffoons of ourselves.
Well, the thing is, we spend like nearly every day together. Like at least one of us is like doing something together.
Yeah.
So it's like when we come together, these conversations are literally just us talking shit.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anything that's like, it's not like we're like catching up because we've already caught up. So
Yeah.
we're just like spitting out random words now. That's all it is.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, it's in-depth
Yeah,
conversation.
we know what we're doing.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, I swear.
Yeah, I actually made a reel. I haven't actually finished it yet. Speaking of short form content, I haven't finished it yet because I was trying to make it on DaVinci Resolve to learn, but then I couldn't be fucked, and I just swapped back to Premiere.
Yeah.
But it's about like being lost, and like I think I want to speak about more personal stuff like on my YouTube and Instagram, not like just sharing like all my fucking dark times and shit, because like I don't know if that does anything, but like more
Well,
so
it helps. Like it can help.
yeah, but like I think I'm gonna see a psychologist for that.
Yeah. No, it's some things are better kept like personal.
Yeah.
But it's more so to just like add more like personal stuff. Like the reel's pretty much me just saying I'm lost at the moment, but I'm like exploring new things. But like on social media, you see someone with like 250,000 followers and you're like, oh, he must like have a good life. He must know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But like the truth is like we're no different to anyone else. Like we experience loss and confusion and like doubt. And I don't think it's spoken about enough within the filmmaking and photography industry. There's like other niches about mental health on social media, but like even like how we talk about going to the gym and like exercise is like imperative for your creativity.
Yeah.
And like I personally find that interesting and I want to talk about it more. So
Yeah.
I
No,
just
it's-
thought I'd share that.
No, it's
No,
a
for
great.
sure.
No, it's a really great topic because like a lot of people, like you say, must look at other creators or like people who have like got things going for them. They're like, oh, he must like got it good and got it all sorted. But like, I would say, and this has happened to me as well. Like you think like you set up this brand for yourself or whatever, you start growing and you think that that's like your life and that like whatever is happening, like my name's Mike and I'm a photographer and I make YouTube videos, but like that is just one part of my life. Like I don't have to like just, I'm just documenting what I'm doing more or less. Like I'm not like just solely a YouTuber that takes photos. Like there's other parts of my life that I enjoy as well. But like getting caught up in all that because you're getting traction and people are seeing it, you think that you have to put on this almost like character or something like that. And like, I don't know, like.
But it's
I don't know,
okay
it's
to put
great.
it like a persona.
Yeah, no, of course. But it's like, but there's also a fine line between just making that your entire life. And I feel like a lot of people get caught up into this world that it's like, what is the difference between this online world and persona you're making for yourself and coming back here to reality and like actually living your life and enjoying yourself and making sure that you're also having fun and enjoying yourself. And not everything is dependent on this persona that you have online. You know what I mean? Like you also still have your own things in your life that you have your own chores and exercise and other hobbies and social lives and relationships, family, all that sort of stuff. Like not everything is dependent on
Not just like Mike is a YouTuber.
And
Because like
that's
when
it.
you start, you don't have any like online persona.
Yeah.
You do all these other like normal real life things, but as you get more traction and more praise and more money for doing that, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this more and more and more. And
Yeah.
you forget about all your other things. And then when you sort of have time to reflect, like a couple years later, it's like, wait, what actually am I? Like, I'm not actually just this online presence. I've got all these other parts of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
And
that
I'm-
like what you're trying to say?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you, and like, how else are you supposed to know without going sort of through it? And I'm sure like it's very common. Like if you talk to other creators, that's definitely like what happens nowadays for sure. Like people are there's a lot of online personas and personalities. Like it seems like it's very common everywhere. Like to be a YouTuber back in the day was like extremely rare. And I feel like only recently in the past couple of years since lockdown and onwards, becoming a content creator is just like any other job. Like it's becoming
Mainstream.
very mainstream and like seeing people make content outdoors and stuff and just filming. It's just a lot more common around the world. You see it like, especially when you travel a bit to America and even in Canada and Europe, like seeing it everywhere. I don't think it's as common in Australia, but I'm still seeing it. And it's like, it can be seen from both sides. It's a great thing. Like more people are connected than ever, but also it's like at what cost almost
Yeah.
it can be.
Yeah. Well, it's like,
It's interesting.
it's just like, as you know, like, and you know what I'm going to say is that it's just all about balance. Like, but then it's like, sometimes you might ask yourself, like, how do you create the balance? Because it's like, it feels like you're just juggling 100 million things at once. But I think that, I don't know. I think that like actually being able to detach from these ideas of yourself is like the way to kind of gain your being grounded in reality. And to do that, like, and I was speaking to Liam about this just the other day, it's like you have to make yourself feel good in order to kind of detach. I think, I've spoken to you about this, I think. But yeah, like essentially like fill yourself up with the feelings that you think that getting what you want will give you, and then you'll detach from it. And then because if you're already happy, you don't need other things to make you happy.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does
Like,
make sense. Yeah.
You talk about like you're very interested in all this sort of stuff. Have you ever thought of making like just bite-sized reels about this, relating it to creativity, like mindset stuff?
No, because the main thing is because like I've been going through. Well, I feel like we've all almost been, well, a lot of us have been going through like just self-discovery, like thinking like, okay, this works. And then like, okay, maybe it doesn't work. And then like this works. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. So it's like kind of putting puzzle pieces in the wrong place, but you think initially that it's going to be the right one. But only recently have I like actually kind of realized how important having a positive mindset is to your happiness. Because if you think about it, if you think negatively or if you focus on the things that you lack, like maybe like for me, for example, like with views, like I've struggled with this for a while, and like many other YouTubers have struggled with engagement and all that, because you kind of have this idea that you want to have a lot of views. You want to have a lot of people seeing your stuff. And then like when you see the view count and you're like, oh, like I only got, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but I only got 10,000 views on this video. Usually
When you're used to getting more though.
Yeah, when you're used to getting more, and then you compare it to that previous version. And that, because your focus is on something that you lack, you're going to feel like you lack something emotionally. And so it actually like, that's why you feel like part of your soul is almost like ripped out of you when you actually see that. So the other way, is to be like, okay, how can I actually like think about this in a positive way, which is like, holy crap, I've got 10,000 people watching my stuff.
Exactly.
Like, even if you have one person, like you have one person that is taking time out of their day to look at your stuff.
Yeah.
And you could have potentially impacted that person in a positive way. And that makes you feel good if you have that mindset. And if it makes you feel good, then you're going to feel good more often. If you feel good more often, you're going to create better stuff and you're going to actually attract more abundance into your life.
Absolutely. I was actually reading a little article about this the other day. It's like you should be very careful with, or more careful with your choice of words on yourself. Like, for example, like I feel like I can't stop working, but it's like I stop working when I go to bed. I'm not working, I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like, so I do stop working.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just finding a balance. And it's like also using just simple things like that. Like there are times when, you know, you like for me, I'm not working, but I feel like I'm a bit of a workaholic because it's like that's what I enjoy to do. So it's like
I'm the same.
Yeah, but it's like that's why there's other things that I like doing, like skateboarding, where it's like that is just takes me completely out of like working and trying to figure that out, and I have to only focus on skating because if I start focusing on other shit, then I'm probably going to fall over.
Yeah,
you know, what I mean? I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing. But it's
I don't think that you're a workaholic. I think that you love what you do. But like a workaholic is someone who can't stop working. And like, I know you and I've had this as well, like in the past where like I literally cannot stop because I'm like, oh, like I'm more productive now because I'm in the flow and all this kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But you, as you say, you have skateboarding, you have times where you're hanging out with mates. You've got, I feel like, and I can't speak for you, but like from as an outsider's perspective, you've got like, it seems like you've got like a relatively good balance going on. Whereas like, but like you could be just like, I am Northborders, I am the photographer, I need to make this video tonight or else. And then you start like, I don't know, like making yourself feel bad.
I had this conversation with Liam actually a few weeks ago, and like I literally felt like that, even though I've never said like I have a schedule uploading on YouTube, but I feel like I need to get a video out each week. Otherwise I feel guilty. But like recently I've just let go of that, and it's like so much more pressure off me and allows me to further my creativity and like go to something else instead of like constantly feeling like, oh, I got to make a video. Like what's a video I can just make up and just do? It's like, that's just not the mindset you should be in. You are the artist. You need to be like, what do I want to do as the artist? Like, what am I going to do that makes me happy? What do I want to create? Not about, you're just sharing your experiences and stuff and what you're creating
you're
and
not
your ideas.
Necessarily a video about photography. You're just doing a photo shoot and someone's filming it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, but like the line for me has been twisted over time where it's like, it started off like me just doing my thing. And then as we were talking about before, you gain traction and you gain audience and you feel like, oh, okay, I need to keep up this persona. I need to keep this going. Otherwise, you know, I don't want this to go away or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, and then that sort of starts to turn into, oh, I need to like keep creating. Otherwise, like I'm going to lose this thing that I have. So once you let go of that, you know what I mean? Like, cause that whole cycle is just actually going to bring you down more than losing it in the first place. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, which is like losing what?
That's
like,
the thing.
Like losing, what am I losing? Like I'm still a photographer. Like if YouTube and Instagram and the whole internet like shut down tomorrow, I'd still be going out and taking photos because that's what I love to do. So it's like, just keep sharing like those kind of things, but don't lose the focus of that you are the artist and you need to pave the way. You're not doing it for other people and other people's validation and to think if something's doing good. It's pretty much this like along the lines of what you were saying. It's like, don't try and get more views. Focus on like how many people have already like, seen your stuff and like, that's awesome. But just keep going. It's like,
interesting
it's not
because
for others.
Yeah. It's interesting because like I actually saw this thing this morning. It kind of encapsulates everything that I was kind of just saying and that we've been talking about, which is happiness is not in getting what you want. It's enjoying what you have.
100%.
And that's it. So it's just like but that's a choice. You either choose to be like, okay, I want this, or you focus on what you've got. It's like, okay, I'm happy that I've got this mug, this Uncle Scott mug that I'm holding in my hands right now. I'm happy I've got this iPhone. Yeah, and I've got my mates around me, obviously, as well, which is pretty good. I'm not grateful for my friends at all.
Like, fucking shit friends.
This is a nice mug, man. Fuck you guys. This mug.
Fuck the friends. I just like the iPhone.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
There's like a little comic that I put on my story yesterday. It was like this 6-part comic, and it's like of this bear, and he's like walking around, and he's doing all these activities like with his friends, family, but he's like, I've got to find my purpose. And the next one's like, this is really annoying. I need to find my purpose. And then the last one's like he's eating a sandwich, and then he's like, I've got to find. And then he like looks around. He's like, it's a nice day.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's
it's
just
like-
grateful. Be grateful for what's around you. Like what
Really
is actually
compelling.
happening now. Like the fact that we're having this podcast and we're able to just say words and make noises out of our mouth.
Yeah, that's like how good
sick is that?
The vibe is just
It's fun.
lifted now. Now that we've literally even just done that, I feel like better than I did before.
Yeah.
It's all about like, this is going to sound hippie,
Go on.
but it is all about the vibes.
Yeah.
It is all about the vibes.
Yeah.
It is.
Vibes,
everything-
vibes. Come on.
Everything
Ah,
is
vibes,
energy.
vibes.
All right, is that gonna
That
be-
was cringe.
That's going to be your ringtone.
Yeah.
Remember when you used to download ringtones and like
Yeah.
someone else had a chord?
Oh, true.
Where'd you get that one? You had to buy them and shit.
And you used to
Yeah, you
send
download
over
songs.
gifts.
Yeah, you used to send them and
Send gifts and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got some pretty bad gifts back in the day. We're not
Yeah.
going to get into that, but anyway.
how fun, we were talking about this. Like those days are gone and they're never gonna come back.
And we laugh about it and we're crying at the same time. We suck that tear
That's
back
very
up into our eye. We're like,
It is interesting though. Like you will never, you and me are never gonna be a teenager again.
No.
Like that's it.
No,
That's
I
gone.
know.
Like it's pretty
Those
crazy,
days
isn't
are
it?
behind us.
yeah.
Yeah, but you don't think about that when you're younger though.
You might, like when you die, you might become like an alien or something, like reincarnated as an alien.
Bro, I'm coming back as a
teenager.
kookaburra.
Oh my God. Okay. So
Surely we
just
tell the story.
yesterday,
Yeah.
I was with Mike and Faye and we went to this place called Lawn and I got a fish burger and we kind of sat by the beach around that area. And we were just enjoying ourselves, like having a good time, eating fish and stuff, just as you do.
You were about to take a bite. You
I was
just
gonna-
open this up. You were going to take your first bite of this burger.
I was going to take my very first bite of this scrumptious looking burger. And then out of nowhere, this kookaburra just goes vroom, and just like swoops me and actually bit my finger.
No, but he fucked it because like, you know, like when you watch like animals or whatever, just in the wild or just doing their thing, like they look pretty like fluid and they look calculated with what they're doing. This bird fucked it. Like he like thought he was going to do something and then he just came in way too hot, way too fast, missed your burger. His like wing clipped your burger and he flew right into your hand trying to
he was
get the
doing
fish.
skids and shit. It was like he's doing a burnout.
But he
and stuff.
knocks half the burger out. He hadn't even eaten.
Yeah, and there was like people across from the skate park that were just looking at, and they were just like, "Oh my God, what just happened?" They start laughing and shit. I'm like, half a burger is on the floor, half the burger is in my hand. So then I grabbed a bit of the fish, and I wanted to throw it at the bloody bird because I was so pissed off at it. So I threw it at the bird, caught it in its mouth, and it's like, oh. And it just like swallowed it straight away. I'm like,
cheers,
what
mate.
It was amazing.
Cheers,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, kookaburra, my new favorite animal actually.
I'm actually like, even now walking around, like birds are kind of freaking me out a little bit because I'm just like, I've got some slight bloody PTSD from that shit. But
Birds are crazy. Like they fly, like we act like it's normal, but they're just constantly flying around.
They can do whatever
Imagine
they want. Yeah.
being around when there was like pterodactyls. You would just, you would honestly just think that that's normal, surely. I mean,
what,
like,
what sound do they make?
let's be honest.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Every time
If
they
there was a
come up.
fucking pterodactyl, I just said that would think it's normal, bro.
Yeah.
We'd freak the fuck
Yeah,
out.
no.
They're
I'd
like,
be
they'd
scared.
kill you.
How big is a
They're
pterodactyl?
massive.
I think like the wingspan's like 2 meters or some shit.
They're dumb thick.
Or even
They're big.
bigger.
No, I
probably.
think
Way
they're
I'm
bigger
pretty
than
sure
that.
way bigger though, a couple meters.
They're like, car, now come here, I'm gonna fucking eat you.
Gobbles
That's
you.
a fucking British pterodactyl. You're right, bro. I'm gonna fucking swoop you, man. Car. Aye, governor. Fancy it.
That's all British people say. In it and governor. And that's it.
You walk into the bank. Can I have one in it and governor? Governor in it. I'd like to buy it 4 in it's in my governor.
Holy crap.
Between the frames. Oh, guys, we should call our podcast Between the Frames.
Oh, dude.
Good
And we
idea.
never talk
Great
about
idea.
photography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what cameras we rocking?
So, photography.
All right,
We
let's
should
go
talk about
rapid
that.
fire. You have like 10 seconds to talk about your photography. Go now.
Fuck. I like photography, question mark.
What have you been doing?
It's great.
What do you got coming up? What have you been doing?
I've been taking photos of portraits and I want to
You've
take
been
some
taking
more.
photos of portraits?
I've been taking portrait photos
Yeah,
and
there
I
you
want
go.
to take more portrait photos.
All right,
Nice.
time's up, Mike. 10 seconds. what have you been doing?
Oh,
Speak
I
on it.
really hate my current tripod I have. It's a Manfrotto B3 tripod, and it's just like sucks. Like I used to like them, but this one just sucks, and I almost just want to like leave it in Bangladesh just to know like how good of a life he's got here. But, like, he's just fucking like it's just the head on it. It just gets stuck and. The whole mount as well, like where the mount plate goes on it or whatever, like I just suck. It's the shittest
It's just an
tripod.
ungrateful
Fucking
tripod.
shitty tripod. Hayden, what have you been doing? Filmmaking.
Filmmaking, not
Oh,
photography.
photography. Go, you got 10 seconds.
Okay, so I'm Hayden Pedersen. I am a filmmaker, photographer from Warragul, Victoria. And we just did a photo battle the other day, and I may or may not have lost, and I may or may not have busked in the street singing Taylor Swift. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Is that good?
Yeah, that was good. Great.
Okay, go. You got
Right,
10
Liam, go.
seconds.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2,
Uh,
1, and
I've been doing film photography. I'm keen to make some YouTube videos and Instagram reels about it.
that was about 4 seconds.
All right,
but
You got 6 more
I'm
seconds.
shooting models.
5,
I model this Thursday, and I hope someone here can help me film it. Thanks.
Yes, I can
Yes,
help.
I can help out.
Thank you.
perfect.
All right.
Oh, you
what
can help?
about-
No, I can't help anymore. Someone's taking my spot.
But
are
anyways,
some-
how good's this cup? An iPhone.
What are some
my
rapid
phone.
fire questions that we could ask?
How big's a pterodactyl?
Okay, all right. I'll actually look that up while
Actually,
you guys
Rapid
Rapid
answer
fire
different.
questions. Okay, rapid fire questions. Okay, how about we go around one tip that you've learned recently? Give me
Okay.
about life,
Anything.
photography, anything. Go, Limon.
Compose with light rather than just looking for symmetry or like form.
Okay, so using light.
Using light to like composing with the light. So
Mm.
let's say you want a backlight, side light, under, above, like use different color lights as well, or like different types, like diffuse light, harsh light, shadows. Start composing with that. Makes photography a lot more interesting, a lot more fun.
100% agree.
Okay,
Go.
before we go on to the next one, the wingspan of these reptiles, the pterodactyl, ranged from 2 to 11 meters.
11 meters.
11 meters.
Wait. 11 meters is from like there to here, bro. What do you mean?
That's like the size of the kitchen in the
Dude,
kitchen.
imagine seeing that flying over.
Bro, that's like 2 Travis wide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
And I'm
wingspan.
getting upset about a kookaburra. It's probably like about 30
30
centimeters.
centimeter wingspan.
Anyway, okay, so
Next tip,
Mike, rapid
life.
fire question.
What's a tip that you found out in life or photography recently?
Okay, so I was actually driving on a racetrack, and the driver that I was with like a race car instructor, and he told me if you're driving fast and you want to like get a better lap time, go into a corner. You want to get all your braking out of the way with, and then like huck it in and tight around the corner. So like, I've been going on mountain runs recently, and with that knowledge, and I'm untouchable at the moment.
Yeah.
That's
No,
why I'm
Yep,
shit
sound
scared in the
good.
back every time you're driving. No, I'm just kidding. He's
So
a good
like, you're
driver.
gonna go into a corner. You don't want to be braking around it. You want to be. He told me like get all your braking out of the way with. Maybe this was for more all-wheel drive cars as well. Not sure. Still testing it out. But yeah,
Experiment.
he told me to get all your braking done with, like have a good judgment, and then like huck it around the corner. And I've been doing that in my car, and
It's helped.
yeah, been getting some fast
Yes.
toge times.
Fuck yeah.
Come meet me on the
stuff.
mountain.
Very nice.
I believe
my
it's got to
tip.
do with like correcting understeer.
Yeah.
So you want to minimize understeer, especially, and that's what happens. That's why with all-wheel drive cars and front-wheel drive cars.
Yeah. Especially if you, and I've learned from personal experience, if you brake too hard before the corner, but also letting off the brakes too hard will create too much forward inertia, and then you understeer and potentially ride off your brand new vehicle. Almost. Anyways, rapid
Understeer.
fire. Hayden Pedersen.
Okay, so anything life or photography related?
Yes.
Okay, well, first thing that comes to my head, because like to me head, to me
Rapid
noggin.
fire.
Oh yeah, fuck. we were just talking about it. Like I've realized the importance of like focusing on what you have versus what you don't have. So gratitude is, in my opinion, probably like the most important thing to exist, like as a concept. So that's it. Yeah.
To be happy.
Yeah.
To feel
in order
happier.
to feel happy, in order to feel good, which is what everyone wants. Everyone wants to be happy.
I would agree.
Yeah. So I suppose right now, like if you're listening to this podcast, I don't know if you could be potentially grateful for listening to whatever we're saying right now, but whatever's happening in your life at the moment, just be grateful. Like be grateful for the fact that you're breathing. You know what I mean? Like just inhale, exhale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%. Because good and bad are just a concept.
Yeah.
It's
Let me
true.
just throw that in.
It is true.
Yeah.
Right, Liam,
For sure.
go for it. What's your advice?
My rapid fire advice would be, honestly, first thing that comes to mind is just like get into film photography. Like it's changed the whole way I look at photography. Because like with digital, like you can afford to just spam and like don't really think about your compositions in each frame. But with film, because every frame it's a tangible, it's not digital. It's like a real thing, and it takes a lot more time to set up each frame. A lot more thought goes into each photo. And then the delayed gratification of having to wait for the photos to be developed and then scan them is way more rewarding once you finally get the photos. And I think it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's also a nice break from digital photography and just editing like the same sort of thing. And like it allows you to come back to digital, maybe change something else with your style from what you've learned. Different editing style maybe from like something you're trying to emulate that you've shot on film, or you're just going to come back with a whole new perspective, I guess.
By the way, shout out to Angel, aka how do you say his name?
Hijo Flaco.
Hijo Flaco on Instagram.
And he just did a photo shoot. Oh, he like took over Porsche's Instagram, which is pretty sick, to do some film photos. And
one of the greatest to ever do it at the moment.
I would say Angel is probably my favorite film photographer.
So if you haven't followed him on Instagram, definitely check him out.
Not only because his photos are good, but his personality. He's just the chillest, freshest guy I've ever met.
Yeah, he is a good guy. And he also made the meme for the reels, which is like, I'm a photographer and I took this photo.
Real quick. Funny story about that.
Yeah.
I made a reel, right? So obviously there was that huge trend of like, I'm a photographer and I took this photo. That's all. Right. So someone makes this audio, and then about a couple months after that was made and everyone was using it, I made a reel going like, I'm a photographer and this is my photo. Shut the fuck up and go out and take some photos. Yeah. Essentially shitting on this audio. And then like months go by, like a year goes by, and then I'm in Toronto and I meet this guy, Angel.
Yeah.
And I was just telling him about reels and stuff. And then I show him, I'm like, yeah, I made this one like shitting on this like audio about I'm a photographer. And he goes, oh yeah, I made that audio. And I'm like,
I made it.
I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, dude, I made that. Like, that's my audio. It went viral. I'm like,
I remember that. I think I was having dinner with him.
Yeah.
And I think, were you there at dinner?
Lazy Susan.
Yeah, that's right. You were on the other side. And he told me that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way. Yeah. And then I thought about your reel that you made. I'm like, Liam.
That is so
like,
funny.
how weird is that? The one photography reel trend that I shit on, I end up befriending the guy, loving him. And
He's a total legend.
Total legend.
So
and then,
funny.
Good karma.
But he was like, yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Like, yeah. He's so
He
chill.
laughed at it. He thought it was funny as.
Yeah.
Dude, people get so butthurt and cut over such little things. I love getting hate comments on my photography, like on my YouTube channel and stuff. It's like, dude, you're getting upset over photography.
Yeah. you use Lightroom, you're not a real photographer.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, you use presets. Oh, shut the fuck up.
legit.
It's all creativity.
One of my favorites is like when I'm making a POV video and I'm shooting through the LCD screen, and Faye knows about this as well because she also got some comments on her channel recently. Like, we're trying to make a POV video and we're showing like how it's shot. So like you have the LCD screen so you can see us taking a picture. And you get people in the comments like getting upset, like, you're not a real photographer. You shoot on the LCD screen. It's not a bloody phone. You should be using your viewfinder. It's
Really?
like, dude,
You should be taking photos.
I'm trying to show you how I'm making the pictures. Otherwise, I would be using the viewfinder.
And the thing is,
I found
it
that
doesn't
funny.
even matter how you're making the thing. If you make it and you like it, and you share it with other people, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
funny.
just
No,
doing
it's
your
just,
thing.
It's just funny because it's photography and it's not even like it shouldn't be someone's concern.
It's like
yeah,
it's politics.
it just doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense as well. Like, what's the difference between shooting with the viewfinder and the fucking LCD screen? Especially with the digital camera, it means fuck all. Like,
legit.
bro, like in these mirrorless cameras, it's literally a little screen in the viewfinder anyways. It's the same shit.
yeah,
They're
So
both
exactly.
LCD screens.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. There's no point getting upset over that. It's just like,
Yeah.
why don't you
Each-
instead
That's gonna
just
be
fucking
us.
take some photos?
I guess times have changed since like those people were photographers and they're looking at the world now. That's
Yeah.
going to be us looking at the world in 50
That's-
years.
we
and
already
getting
are
upset.
doing
We're already
it.
doing that.
Probably, yeah.
This is us talking about, like, we're getting offended by short form content. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The world's changed since we were making content.
do like that because
Yeah, you guys want to end the podcast? Because I
Yeah.
can't be
Yeah,
fucked
let's do
anymore.
that.
I can actually like feel that.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm actually kind of tired.
Yeah.
That's
All
right.
Good potty.
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do that sort of stuff. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts if you can. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. So
Thank you.
see ya. Thank you for
See ya,
listening.
guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Wait.
okay, bye.